Welcome to a parachute accordion load training session. The purpose of this video is to show you a way of unloading 30 meters or 100 feet of fire hose in a high-rise hallway. The firefighter carrying the parachute places the parachute on the floor in the high-rise hallway. He throws the carrying strap over the front panel and opens the top panel. The tool pouch can be located and held up for the firefighter at the cabinet to grasp. Also, the female coupling can be held up for the firefighter at the cabinet to grasp, at which point the parachute can be laced flat and fully open. The reflective extension flag can be located and the extension can be made down the hallway. The firefighter returning from making the extension can locate the nozzle located on the parachute. The hose system can be charged and a fire attack can be commenced. Welcome to a parachute accordion load training session. The purpose of this video is to show you a way of accordion folding two 15-meter lengths of fire hose into a hose parachute to create a parachute accordion load. Prior to making your load, fully extend both 15-meter lengths of hose and ensure that the male coupling of one length and the female coupling of the other length occur in the area of loading. Extending the hose will allow any air that's trapped within the hose to be expelled as we make our folds. To initiate the loading procedure, place the carrying strap over the front panel and lay the parachute flat on the floor. Take the top panel and place it at the base of the front panel and kneel on it. Fold up your side panels and secure them with about 2 inches of Velcro from the back panel. This will form the loading trough. Starting with the female coupling of the first length of hose, position it at the edge of the left-hand side panel. Starting in the right-hand corner, accordion fold the entire 15-meter length hose across the width of the parachute. You should take the care to ensure that all your folds are the full width of the parachute. This will keep the volume of the completed load to a minimum. Also, on new hose, we recommend that you cycle it a couple times by wetting and drying it. This will actually cause the hose jacket to shrink about 15%, which will also reduce the volume of the completed load. Now, once the first 15-meter length of hose is folded, we can attach our nozzle. The nozzle, when placed at the top of the parachute, will actually hold the lower tier in place while we work on the upper tier. The next step is to place the extension flag over the female coupling. Ensure that the fluorescent strip is visible and slide the flag over the coupling. Now, these flags are designed to fit over the coupling snugly so that they won't come off unless you want to take it off. Now, position the flag midpoint in the parachute and just fold it back out of your way so that you can work on the upper tier. Attach the male coupling of the second length of hose to the female coupling of the first and position it in the left-hand corner of the parachute. I'm going to open down this left-hand side panel just to show you where the coupling should sit. It should sit right there, and what we do is fold the hose back down over the coupling, and now we can proceed to accordion fold the second length of hose across the parachute. Now, the first few folds here are going to be a little bit shorter because of the couplings in the left-hand side, but once we get past the couplings, you can resume folding across the entire width of the parachute. Now, for those departments using synthetic hose, you can actually load the hose back in here wet. But what we've found in practice is that you'll be carrying around about 3 to 4 pounds of water which is sort of unnecessary. We recommend that the fire hose be taken back to the fire hall where it can be washed, inspected, and dried, and loaded back into the parachute in a much more friendly environment. Now once the second tier is completed, we'll compress it a little bit, and we'll take the extension flag and just fold the head of it and just lock it down in between the accordion folds. What that will do is hold the flag in place and prevent any shifting, so that during an extension it will be very accessible and exactly in this position. At this point, we can close the parachute fully by velcroing down the back panel to the side panels. Slide your fingers underneath the front panel and bring the parachute into a vertical position. The next step is to place the female coupling in the right-hand corner of the parachute. The nozzle will occur in the right-hand corner of the parachute. The tool pouch will occur in the left-hand corner of the parachute. Now this shows the organization in the parachute so that even in reduced or poor visibility, we can identify and locate all these components. The next step is to fully close the parachute by fastening down the top panel. And now this parachute is fully loaded with 30 meters or 100 feet of fire hose, and it's ready to be taken into a high-rise situation where it can be unloaded and a fire attack commenced. Just seen a way of loading 2 lengths of hose into a hose parachute. I would now like to demonstrate a single length loading. Fold the length of hose in half and position the reflective extension flag at midpoint. Ensure that the section of hose with the male coupling occurs on the right side of the parachute. Start in the right-hand corner and fold the hose into the parachute ending with the male end and attach the nozzle. At this point, start on the second tier and complete the loading by accordion folding the remaining section of hose and engage the reflective extension flag. Thank you.
You have just seen some hose evolutions and one way of accordion folding 30 meters of hose into a hose parachute. What we have shown you is for illustration purposes only and is not intended to instruct the use of a particular accordion load, related evolution, or procedure. There are several evolutions and accordion loads that can be used with your hose parachute. As fire departments, you must assess the specific characteristics of your hose and decide upon the accordion load and procedure that best and safely meets your needs. Just remember, in a dark and smoky hallway, a firefighter could sure use a pal.